Ms. P. Shirisha is an HR professional having rich experience of about 11 years in the areas of training, performance, management and recruitment. Ms. Shirisha had the opportunity of training people from diversified culture and different industrial segments like manufacturing, airline, hospitality, telecommunication, healthcare, security, education, IT, automobile, airline, entertainment and banking across the country at different levels. Ms. Shirisha has conducted a number of training programs for leading companies and she is a regular faculty for the programs organized by ICSI of SARC. I request the speaker to address the audience.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I just have 45 minutes, so I'll try to do whatever best I can because you are all like in a senior level. So the topic given to me is personality development. So I will just touch on some important things like aspects which we need no matter how high we grow in life. So what is actually personality development? Can you come to the next slide? Yeah. It is the sum total of our external qualities and our inner abilities. And when we are talking about personality, I would like to come out of the podium and... Courage. Even before courage? Determination. All this you will have if you have one thing. Attitude. Positive attitude. That matters a lot. No matter how big we grow in life, the positive attitude will take us a long way. And I happened to read this book called Even Eagles Need a Push, where there is a story of an eagle, and this story says by mistake the egg of an eagle gets mixed with the eggs of the chicken, and because it is growing with the chicken, the eagle does not realize that it has got the ability to fly. So it keeps walking along with the chickens, and one day the farmer looks at the eagle and says, "Eagle and cannot fly." So what he does, he lifts that eagle and places the eagle on top of a branch of a tree. After that also the eagle keeps standing there because it does not realize that it has got the ability to fly, and then the farmer goes and gives a push to the eagle, and that time the eagle realizes that it starts flapping its wings, and only then it realizes that it has got the ability to fly. So the first quality after having a positive attitude, the first quality what can actually make us a leader is we need to realize our own potential. Each individual is not blessed with a single potential. We have a lot of hidden potential. Until and unless we make use of all the potential which has been gifted to us, we will not be able to really make it big in life. The second quality what we require, and this is actually, if you ask me, I will say this is the first quality. It is self-appreciation. Now what do I mean when I say self-appreciation? Self-contentment. Then? Self-analysis, yeah, very good. And you said you are knowing your own strength and weakness. Very good. And one thing about self-appreciation is, many of us, we don't realize that sometimes we love ourselves, but we don't respect ourselves. And many a times we respect ourselves, but we don't love ourselves. Now what is the difference between loving ourselves and respecting ourselves? When do we love ourselves and when do we respect ourselves? Yeah, when we achieve a lot, we respect ourselves. Now when do we love ourselves? When we do something which we like. Yes, one point, correct. Then? When others love us. Very true. Maybe we'll have a lot of respect for ourselves, but we'll still not be able to love ourselves when others don't love us. So what is that you require because you are all in very high positions. So now I don't have to touch the basics of what you need. So what is that is required? Huh? What is that? Love all. Now, yes, love all. And how this love all comes? If you,
including yourself.
including yourself. And when it comes to yourself, like we don't love ourselves because, I'll share my personal experience. Before that, I'll tell you a small story on self-appreciation. This you must be knowing. Your grandmother would have shared it with you, but we would have forgotten because we are so busy in our lives. This is a story of 5 fingers. One day there is a discussion between the 5 fingers that who is going to be the leader. So each finger is asked to tell one unique quality about itself which can give them the position. Now it starts with the thumb. The thumb says, I am the most strongest and fat, so I should be elected the leader. The index finger says, whenever you are using, you are pointing at somebody's mistake, you are using me. So I have a lot of authority, so I should be elected the leader. Now the middle one says, hey, you guys shut up here, look at my personality, I am so tall, so I should be selected the leader. And the ring finger says, oh my God, I am such a beautiful finger. If anybody decides to wear a ring, they select me, so I should be selected the leader. But the little one is left with, it is thinking, what is that I can tell about myself? So it goes cribbing to the God, and it says that I don't know why you have created me. I don't have a purpose in life. And God says, I have given you so much of importance, but the only thing, you don't realize your importance. And God says, okay, I'll give you a minute, you just think and tell me why you have been created. So it thinks for a while, and then it says, yeah, children use me as a sign language. Apart from that, I have absolutely no use. Okay, and God says, idiot, I have given you so much of importance, you don't realize. Be it any religion, if when people are praying me, you are the one who gets the maximum importance. If it is Hindu, when they join hands and stand in front of me, who stands in the first? It's you. If it is Christians and Muslims, when they join their hands for prayer, it's you. You don't realize your value and you keep cribbing, then who is to be blamed? So many a times we respect ourselves because of our achievement, but we don't like ourselves for silly reasons like physical appearance and somebody we like, they don't like us back. So there are many factors which adds on to not loving ourselves. And next thing, if we have to love ourselves, we should love to.
What is the result
out of this 5? Every individual has their potential. You need to use your potential and come up in life. That's it. Everything is important. You cannot underestimate anybody. Everybody has their own strengths. It is only that some people utilize it, somebody don't. As a matter of fact, I was studying economics. I wanted to go and join the Delhi School of Economics. And every day, 6 hours of my college time was traveling. And third year, I still thank that gentleman. He just saw me, and there was a group of 20 students traveling, and I was the most talkative among the lot. So I used to keep talking, and everybody used to allow me talking. One day we were going in Neelanchal Express back to my place, and that time one gentleman just saw me, and he took that effort of calling me and asking me, what is your ambition in life? I said, I like economics so much, so I would love to go and join Delhi School of Economics. Suddenly he says, that's not the right choice for you. And I was like blinking, what is this? I've invested 3 years of my life here, and he says this will not suit you. He said, please take up HR and you will never regret. And I come back home and I go and tell my mother. My mother says, whatever he said is right. Now it really gave me a thought. And I did come to HR, and even today I thank that person. He was like that farmer who...
For having identified your potential.
Yes. But every time, others will not identify your potential. You have to do your inner search. Even today I am telling you, you will be realizing so many things like, oh my God, I am good at this. So it is not that only in our childhood or college days we need to identify. We can keep identifying our potential. And one thing when I said, if you need to be loved, you should know how to love others and maintain good interpersonal relationships. Now when I am talking about interpersonal relationships, what is that matters the most?
What you give only you will get back. No?
What you give is what you
get back.
Very correct.
Give and take.
Give and take. So what do you call simple communication? Okay. Yes. Honesty. Then trust. Trust forms the foundation of any relationship. And trust, I'll tell you, like most of us, we don't like to trust easily. Okay. We don't like to. There is a story on trust. There is a mountaineer who is, climbing the mountain using the rope. And he is about to reach the top, and it is pitch dark that time. It's evening and it's going to be dark, and he knows for sure that there is nobody around. And suddenly his leg slips, and he is hanging in between the mountains. It is very chill, and he keeps shouting and says, please help me, please help me. And there is no response from anybody because there is nobody to help him. Suddenly he says, now God, you are the only savior, I don't have anybody. So please do something and help me. And suddenly a voice from somewhere comes and says, please cut the rope and you will be saved. If you are in his position, will you cut the rope? No, right? Even he didn't do that. The next day, the newspaper headline says, there was a mountaineer who was found hanging in between the valleys, and he was only 2 feet away from the ground. That means if really he would have cut that rope, he would have survived. So we should not be doubtful on each and everything in our life. At the same way, like if you all don't trust me, whose fault is it? No, it is more of my fault because I have not created a trust. Okay? Because 80-20, 20 people don't trust you, still 80 people trust you. Fine, okay. But not like, 80 people don't trust you, only 20 people trust, then there is a problem with us. And that is the foundation of any relationship. The second important quality, very important quality for interpersonal relationship, what is that? Respect.
Social attribute. You should be social.
You should be social. Yes, more than that?
Respecting the opposite view.
Very true. If you don't respect, and it applies to us also. If we don't respect others don't respect us. Similar way, you don't respect others, they will also not respect you back. But there is one more quality. No, I'll tell you. No, you can change one or two after that. I'll tell you. Yes.
Accepting the other person.
Accepting the other person.
Care for others.
Views.
Okay, fine. Listening is one of the very important. Can I test your listening? They say that most successful people in the world are good listeners. Can I test your listening?
Yes.
Yeah, please, all of you, can you stand off for a very small activity, please? All of you. Okay. Now, just 2 minutes. I'll keep it here. Okay. What is this? Now we start. Listen to whatever I say and do the exercise. I repeat. Listen to whatever I say and do the exercise. I'll repeat in other languages also. There are a lot of. My Tamil is not that good, but I can still communicate. நான் சொல்றது கேட்டுட்டு நீங்க exercise பண்ணுங்க. Telugu. There are a lot of Hyderabad participants here for them. In section से meaning से ये exercise चाहिए. In Hindi मैं जो आपसे बोल रही हूँ वो सुन करके आप exercise कीजिए. Anybody in Bengali? Kannada. Now not very good in Kannada. Okay. Now hands up, hands down, hands up, hands down, hands on the head, hands on the nose, hands on the cheek, hands on the chin, hands up, hands down, hands up, hands down, hands on the head, hands on the cheek. I said cheek. Yes, I said this is a test on listening. Please be seated. I was telling in 4 different languages, listen to whatever I say and do the exercise, but you still continue to look at me. So I was there distracted. feeling sad for the other person. So when you sympathize, you actually don't help others, but when you empathize, you go the extra mile to, for example, if you are seeing a blind person on the road and you say, oh God, why you have created him like this, that means you are only sympathizing. But if you place yourself in that particular person's shoes, you will go out of the way and take his hand, ensure that he crosses the road, and you come back. There is a real story which I was conducting a training program in Hyderabad for Airtel, and Airtel owner Mr. Sunil Bharti Mittal, he has got this very good habit of checking the customers' mails, and he did spend quite a lot of money on this particular training program. He wanted on customer care, and I was doing it in Splendid Towers, Hyderabad, and I was conducting this particular session for the assistant managers. And among the, it's not very easy to become an assistant manager with Airtel, but there was this very young guy, 23, 24-year-old, and I was thinking maybe he's too good, so he's there. So I continued my training program. It was for a day. And when half the session was over and I was speaking about empathy, he shared a real life experience of empathy which did touch me a lot, and I would like to share that with you. There was a customer, I'm talking about 7-8 years back, where you take a postpaid connection, your roaming does not come automatically. You have to apply for it and then you get it. But prepaid, you get roaming immediately. So what is this customer, after being a postpaid customer, he took a prepaid card for 3,000 rupees and he travelled to Bangalore, and there his connection was not okay, and what he did, there were local connects of Airtel, so he had gone to that local connect and he requested them to set it right for him. So then they said that your connection is from Hyderabad, so we will not be in a position to help you. So what you need to do is get in touch with the customer care of Hyderabad, and they gave him two numbers, one is the prepaid and one is the postpaid. Since the customer is a prepaid customer, he called the prepaid division, where there was absolutely no response. So he kept trying 2 to 3 times. Finally, what he did, he got very angry and he tried the postpaid division. When he tried the postpaid division, this boy who was responsible for that position that time, he picked up the call and he said, good morning Airtel, how may I help you? And the customer said, this is my problem, now what I need to do. So finally this boy said, sir, you are a prepaid customer, so you have to call the prepaid division. The customer got very angry and he started shouting, what the hell is this, you guys keep troubling me like this, so this is not fair. So then this boy said, sir, I can understand your problem. When he said, I can understand your problem, it irritated the customer even more. He said, what the hell do you understand my problem? My daughter is in life and death position in Hyderabad, and there is one particular medicine which I was asked to get it, and during my travel itself anything can happen, and in case of emergency, if my wife wants to get in touch with me, this is the number, and this thing doesn't work at all. And immediately this boy, he says that he felt the pain of the customer. He said, sir, whatever it is, I would like to help you. So please take down my mobile number. Give me a call after 10 to 15 minutes. I'll ensure that your problem is sorted out. And he could have sat there, and these executives are under very high pressure. He could have sat there, but what he did, he had gone to the prepaid division, got the code which is necessary for this customer, and he came back. Customer called, he gave the code, his problem got solved, he thanked him and he left. After 4 months, 3 to 4 months, Sunil Bharti Mittal receives a mail from the customer saying that this kind of problem had happened where I had a trouble with prepaid card. I called the prepaid division, there was absolutely no response, so I ended up calling the postpaid division, where this particular boy with so and so mobile number helped me, and because of him I was able to speak to my daughter during her last moments of her life. That girl did not survive, and he says, it took me 3 to 4 months to write this mail because she was my only daughter and the trauma was too much for me, but I cannot forget the favor this boy has done on me. So I would like to do something for him. So Sunil Bharti Mittal, he said, not required, well, you have sent a mail, that is more than enough. So what I will do, I will try to do justice to him. So he came to Splendid Towers, He called all the employees. He called this boy and he said, "Is this your mobile number?" He said, "Yes." He rang, and finally that time he was a junior executive, and Sunil Bharti Mittal said, "I'm very proud to have an employee like you." From junior executive, straight away he was given a promotion of assistant manager with a very good salary increase, and the boy says, "It is not the increment, it is not the designation hike, but the feel that I was useful to someone when they were in need gives me a nice feeling." So likewise, when we empathize, what we give, it comes back to us. So as leaders, we need to empathize with each and every individual. What is the other quality do you think can make somebody or break somebody even if they are on the top? Yes. Then appreciation we have covered. Appreciating others also. Then
Stars at the right places.
huh?
Your stars at the right places.
Your stars at the right places, okay. Sir, I do believe in horoscope, but you can actually, our life is a sum total of the choices which we make in our life. Today if you are in a comfortable position, it's because you made a choice to take up this profession. And there are times where I have seen successful people also just falling off. And can you tell me what is the main reason? Okay, because I don't want, I myself will tell you, it is the focus towards your goal. Okay, now I'll ask you a simple question. Okay, the flight is flying from Chennai to Delhi. Okay, a flight is flying from Chennai to Delhi. How many times do you think the flight can fly from Chennai to Delhi, towards Delhi, in a day? I repeat the questions. How many times do you think a flight can fly from Chennai towards Delhi? Towards Delhi. Yes, sir. 2 times. Any other answer? Only one. In a day. Towards Delhi. Any number of times?
Absolutely not.
Not possible. You want to know the reality, and this I am telling you, I got it from the pilot himself. He says, not even a single time the flight flies towards Delhi. It will go in a zigzag manner. If you watch movies and if you see pilots, they will keep adjusting one knob. That is nothing but they will keep doing the course correction. So no matter how much we say my goal is that, there is no straight route to your goal. There will be always times when you will get distracted. But the only thing what you can do is do your course correction. If you are extremely good at doing your course correction, no matter what your goal is, you will reach it in time. So, and this is something which actually applies to goal setting. Okay, another thing, one very important thing which we try to neglect. What is that? Understand. Then? Yeah, very good. Yes. So this gets us to time management. I won't touch more on time management. I would like to, anybody would can keep the time for a minute? Timekeeper, would you come? Yeah, please. This is like, it's a self-explanatory thing. You will realize the value of a time. Like he'll say start and we'll all be clapping for a minute, exactly for a minute. Till he says stop, you shouldn't stop. Okay? Yeah. This is 1 minute. He's very focused. Okay, this is a minute. In 1 minute, how many times you would have clapped? Oh, you were counting. Very nice. That was nice. Yeah. Okay. Long? No. You ask him. Did I manipulate? I can't because he's exact 1 minute. You realize for the first time you realize that a minute is this long, and we coolly say, "I'll come in 5 minutes. I'll come in 10 minutes." And I'm telling you, opportunities, they don't wait for long. We need to, and many a times I have seen senior people, messing up with time and saying, hey, it's okay, because things have been very, very easy sometimes for them. But and I have seen people for a minute that they keep, postponing. And one more thing, like which adds on the concept of contribution, which is related to time management and other things in life. What is contribution? Oh my God, I'm not asking the technical contribution in life. What is contribution in life?
You can call it as outcome or the result of your action.
Is outcome and the result of an activity. I will share a small story about contribution. Okay, there is this beggar who was begging in those olden days where kings used to exist. Okay, so every day he'll keep begging and he'll make his living. So one day what happens? He is fed up. He says, too much of hard work I've done in life. Okay, now I want to relax. So anyway, I'm in a kingdom where the king is the richest person. So I will go and beg. He'll give me a lot of money. So for the rest of my life, I'll relax. Okay. So what he does, he goes and sits in front of the palace. The first day the king looks at him, ignores, and he goes off. So but the beggar still continues to sit in front of the palace, thinking that one day the king will come and give him a lot of money. And one day that happens, that the king is walking towards him. Now to get confirmed, this beggar is looking this side, he looks that side. Now he's pretty cool and comfortable that okay, the king is coming to me, I'm going to ask him a big amount, and for the rest of my life I'm going to relax. So he just waits for the king to come, but to his surprise, the king comes in front of him and he spreads his hand in front of this beggar. And this beggar is shocked. What is this? The king is wearing such nice clothes. He is decked up with all jewelry. And I am having all torn clothes and one bag in which I have a little bit of rice and little bit of money. This king looks like a bigger beggar than me. And he doesn't know what to do. But he wants to come out of that embarrassing situation. So what he does, he takes 1 grain of rice and he places it on top of the king's hand. The king folds his hand and he walks away. Now the beggar cursing the king, he comes home. Now he's very hungry, so he has to prepare his meal. So what he does, he empties his bag only to find 1 golden grain of rice. And he hits his head and he says, what if I would have given everything what I had, I would have got everything back in gold. Now if we relate that to our lives, because you have contributed in your childhood, you have studied well, today you all are in good positions. You contribute well to your job, that's why you are comfortable. You contribute to a relationship, you get back equal love. So our life is how much we contribute, we get that back. And same thing applies to time also. Time is precious. So we need to use the maximum time available for us. At the same time, we need to be very, very effective. Now what is the difference between efficiency and what is being effective? What is the difference between efficiency and what is effectiveness? Contribution, yes.
Efficiency with efficiency with the delivery. That is effectiveness.
Yes.
Doing things right, doing right things.
One by one. Yes, sir.
Efficiency is what we put in.
Huh.
Effect is what we are getting.
Effective is what we are getting. You are very close, but
Doing
yes.
right things, doing things right.
Yes. When, see, two people the output might be the same, but one will create a better impression than the others. How? Maximum?
Effective way of presentation like that of yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Everybody may be efficient.
Huh.
But that is why I said the way of
The
delivery.
way of delivery matters,
That makes the difference.
makes the difference.
Effective.
So how do we become more effective? Doing ordinary things extraordinarily, and that too leads a lot
How
of
do you present yourself? How do you project yourself?
everything matters.
Along with all your qualities, efficiency.
Everything put together, you need to be doing it. Now, can anybody tell me how much of time do I have, or else like I'll go off with my another 10 minutes. I have. I am comfortable. Okay, another 10 minutes. Okay. Now we have covered like when I'm talking about time management. What is that becomes very important when it comes to time management? Prioritizing. 5 minutes. Okay. Prioritizing. Now, many a time when it comes to your health and work, which one should get more priority? Health. But many of us, we neglect our health. We don't eat in proper time, we don't sleep in proper time, and then when our health is not okay, health is wealth. When we have a healthy body, we have a healthy mind, and that really helps you. Like we have one resource which we are not using it frequently. Can you tell me? It's our top floor. Actually, what is that? Brain. Right? Yeah. So we have to actually use both the hands equally. And when we do that, and when we give more work to our brain, lot of problems will look like challenges to us. The only thing which differentiates, like Shivkira said, like successful people don't do different things, they do things differently. So that's the reason, please. I've been very impressed with this creativity, the mango, and it is from this place. And anything even small things, you can make it creative. And I can't speak much on that because we don't have time. And if you there are certain activities which, if you are using tangrams, you know what is a tangram? Yeah, tangram, you will get it in the market, and it is not only meant for kids. Whenever you get free time, please invest some time in using tangrams. It really activates both sides of your brain, helps you. Like I can show you what is a tangram after once we finish the class. I have it. I always keep it in my laptop, like in bag. Wherever I am traveling, I am not wasting time. So I will be using this tangrams. So you can use your time when you are traveling and all. So there is plenty of time. Only we think that okay, I am traveling 8 hours because I am a frequent traveler. So I can waste a lot of time saying that I am traveling. But you can utilize that time in a very effective manner. Now finally, I would like to close it with one thing which is very important for any personality, to be successful throughout the life. Now can anyone tell me what is that? After we have all our qualities,
The CA student says,
I
I have worked enough,
have worked enough.
I have studied enough.
Okay.
Still the result doesn't come. Immediately you praise.
Immediately
He says the luck helps.
the luck helps. Yes.
It is not
Okay.
only the amount of contribution of
The amount of contribution. Okay.
world out there.
Okay.
Realization of it.
I'll put that luck in another way, sir, when you say. I'll tell you, out of personal experience, I'm not, see, luck is something which is not there in our hand. If it is there, but you can create your own luck. By working hard. Have anybody seen this movie, The Secret?
All CA students are working hard, madam.
Huh?
I'm telling you.
Yes.
From the same point, I'm just taking it.
No, CAs are usually successful. Why they feel that they are not?
No, you have a student point of view. Not
From student point of view. Okay, let me open and be frank with you, sir. If you see, nowadays, as he said, the presentation matters a lot. Okay? Even when I go to I was initially only a corporate trainer.
He said CS instead of, by mistake, is small correction. Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
it's a professional course.
Okay. No,
so you have to say,
see, sir, one thing which one needs to understand, we need to do everything.
of course, I will correct and see.
Any professional course. See, there are many engineers sitting, and I was initially only a corporate trainer. And one of the consultants said, please come to students because they need you more than people sitting in the corporate world. Then I was first hesitant, but later I took it, and today I really am very happy I do for them. And many of the engineering students, very brilliant, but they lack in communication, and that hits their self-confidence. Time up. I'm finishing it off. Okay. So, if communication is required for you to be successful, please do that. It is a willingness. That's it. Nothing else. And for me, when I came to Chennai, I never knew a single word of Tamil. But I am a trainer. I need to know languages. If that is required for my profession, when I do it, I get results. If in a relationship, if I do everything what is possible for me to do, that relationship will work. I've seen a married couple getting divorced because the husband didn't buy her a IFB washing machine, he got a Whirlpool washing machine. I'm not joking. Seriously, I'm not joking. This was one counseling which was there, we kept on laughing, and then the mail comes from the wife, you blame me for this, you blame me for that, but I'm irresponsible. She says, she wants to say I'm not responsible for all this, and she is using the word irresponsible. So we all kept laughing at that. So individual, they want, they can come up. Only thing what I want to say in the end is, the environment is not in our control. Only we are in our control. For this, I will tell you a very small story. Sorry for taking 2 minutes extra. There is a child and he wants to play with his father. When he wants to play with his father, the father every day he comes tired and he keeps giving some excuse to the child. Now one day the child is hell-bent that his father spends some time with him, and he says, no papa, nothing doing, you come and sit with me. What the father does, he goes and takes a world map, he tears the world map and gives it to the child and says that go set it right and come back. Now the father is thinking, I have enough time, till the child comes I will take rest. But the child comes up within 10 minutes and he says, I have set it right. Father is big time confused. How could he set a world map right? And the child says, nothing. I just turned the world map to the other side, the pieces. I could see an outline of a human being. I joined that and I went, turned this side, this became all right. So we are in our control, the external environment is not in our control. The more strong we become by doing everything what is good for us, right from good health keeping to what is required for us, in improving on our communication, everything what is required to make us successful, there is nobody who can stop us from being successful. The self-belief is very, very important, and I end the session with this. Thank you so much for being here.
When we talk of personality, we only think we should be respected, and for whatever we do, we should get appreciation. Now, the personality, we try to emulate people who are regarded well in the society. I would like to share one experience I have seen. Swami Vivekananda's 150th anniversary we are celebrating this year. We have celebrated. Now, when Swami Vivekananda was in school as Narendra, his school teacher asked him, what is that you want to become in future? He asked everybody, but then Narendra said, I want to be the horse rider. Something impressed him. But the teacher bet him. He came home crying and told his mother, this is what has happened in the school. But the mother very graciously appreciated him and said, if you want to become the horse rider, he showed the Gita Upadesam of Krishna and said, you must be Krishna. You must be a Krishna to be a horse rider. So this is the way one has to develop to become a high. That is how he developed himself and became world famous. So Abraham Lincoln was the President of United States, but he is from a very low level family. His father was a cobbler. Now in the Senate, when one of the members wanted to bring him down, he just mocked at him to say, your father's shoe, the shoes what I am wearing is stitched by your father. He just put a remark like that. But Abraham Lincoln did not get provoked by that. He coolly responded, I am really proud. My father stitched shoes several years back and is still serving you. If it needs any mending, bring it to me, I will mend it and give you. That is the way a person should respond to even a provocative situation. Take it cool, think well, and then respond effectively. That is how a person can develop his personality. Similar instance about Abraham Lincoln. He went to see his army commander at his place, and he was sitting. The commander was not there at that time. And after some time the commander came, but he didn't notice that the president is sitting. He just went to his room and went to his room. Abraham Lincoln was thinking that he will come back any time, so he waited. After some time he inquired the other persons in the house, what is happening? I've been waiting and he has gone there. But then that person went and checked and come back to say, sorry President sir, he has gone and he is sleeping there in the room. Abraham Lincoln coolly said, okay, he has won several wars for the country. I don't mind, let him take rest and come, I will wait. See, this is another reaction of a great president like Abraham Lincoln. And also when we take things to a situation, we must also think passionately and then take action. When Mr. Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi was in a serious condition, a British doctor had to come to operate him. At that time, Nehru suggested, better we take an Indian doctor, because this is before independence. Better we take an Indian doctor to take care of you, because anything can happen. And then the British doctor, if something happens, we can't trust him. But Mahatma Gandhi very politely said, I have full trust in his professional ethics. I'll let him go ahead. And then that British doctor, what he did? He asked 5 liters of kerosene and a lamp to be kept. And then the operation went through and everything was a success. Then later on, people checked with the doctor. He said, I wanted the kerosene to be there, only if the operation failed, I wanted to immolate myself. Otherwise, if some emergency happened, that would have helped to complete the operation successfully. So this is just react to the situation. And when Mahatma Gandhi was shot dead, Lord Mountbatten was the Governor General. So he said, even if you want to release a news, just say Mahatma Gandhi was shot dead by a Hindu. This is why some people think extraordinary, beyond the obvious. And then why he said, if the news was just to say Mahatma Gandhi was shot dead, people may think that Muslim or British people must have shot him. To avoid such a untoward personal consequence, Mountbatten wanted this to be released like that. So in any situation we have to think beyond the obvious and then take action. Everyone can achieve success. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all the participants and dignitaries. So we had a very lovely session by Mrs. Sirisha. She took all of us to yoga class. Normally in yoga class, people will be asked to lie down and close their eyes. So you people will have experience. Fortunately, she stopped with raising our hands and touching our cheek and other things. If she had asked us to lie down and close our eyes, the result would, it is for you to guess. Then Mrs. Sirisha was giving an elaborate lecture about the personality development. See, the personality development is a skill which is absolutely necessary for professionals like us. The personality development consists of various factors regarding self-assessment, self-appreciation, self-respect, etc., time management, etc., etc. So, by her elaborate deliberations, we get benefited to a large extent. Thank you, Mrs. Resha. Then coming to our seminar, this session would have been the first session. If that had happened, the rest of the session would have been more lively, because ladies come first. Fortunately, unfortunately, at least in last session, she took part in our seminar, and we thank her once again. So coming to general point, for the past 2 days, we had a very wonderful deliberations by so many experts, giving their sharing their thoughts and views. Of course, in their deliberations, they have pointed out so many defects, some lack of clarity, some mistakes, etc., etc. So you all know this Companies Act 2012 was brought out, taking into account not only Indian context, taking into account the global context also. So in a task of such a magnitude, mistakes and some lacuna, that ambiguity are bound to happen. As you know, the change was conceived 10 years ago. The baby is born only now after 10 years. Now the baby is in our hands. It is for us to set it right, as company secretaries are multifaceted personalities. So it is our duty to set right things. So people at Central Council know the stress and strains they underwent in the hands of ministry and parliament. So it is not an easy task to get an act passed at this scenario in political level. So we should thank the Central Council people for the enormous effort taken to get this act passed. So thank you. So on all our behalf, we are expressing our gratitude to Central Council. Then, so Mr. Gopinath was telling, see, past act I have forgotten, present act I am yet to learn. This is the position he was telling. So the learning is a continuous journey. Learning is a continuous journey. Learning is a continuous journey. So it has no time limit, no age limit, no boundary limit. So learning, we have to overcome the obsolescence of our expertise. We have to update our knowledge to sustain in the market. So learning is not a problem. We have to learn, there is no escape. So with this, I conclude my speech thanking all of you for having participated and having given me this opportunity. I tell you. So Mrs. Anuradha will present a memento to Sirisha.
I had a very good time here, and I personally would like to thank each and everybody present here for doing so. Thank you so much.